Good morning, this is Tom from the National Weather Service in Raleigh going over our routine weekly briefing for Central North Carolina covering the period Thursday, September 19th through Wednesday, September 25th. I wanted to start off with a graphic from the North Carolina State Climate Office showing the rainfall that occurred across the state from September 14th through September 17th. It never ended up getting an actual name. It always remained a potential tropical cyclone. And what's the difference between that and a regular low pressure system? Well, this low pressure system had fronts. It had a warm front and a cold front. And tropical systems don't have that. So the National Hurricane Center ever officially made it a tropical system. But you can see that the atmosphere didn't necessarily realize that. As you see all of the rain that ended up occurring across the southeastern part of the state, I saw that there were at least 3 sites that received more than 20 inches of rain from this system. So just because it wasn't a named system doesn't mean that it wasn't capable of producing a lot of rain across our state. That was weather past. Let's talk about weather present and weather future. So as we end up looking at the forecast for today, we're expecting scattered thunderstorms everywhere today with the greatest coverage to the east of the triad. And we should end up seeing scattered thunderstorms west of the triangle on Friday. After that, we should end up drying out for several days. And then we will have isolated showers returning to the forecast on Wednesday. The temperature should be slightly above normal through Sunday, and then we'll be back to more normal temperatures Monday through Wednesday. We don't have any severe weather anticipated in the forecast. Again, those thunderstorms in the forecast for today. The Storm Prediction Center isn't as concerned about the chance of thunderstorms tomorrow, although we do feel that there is that possibility, and then no severe weather anticipated through the rest of the forecast. Taking a look at the accumulated precipitation forecasts over the next 5 days, again, you can see the broad rainfall that it's generally those lighter greens across our area today. Then again, that doesn't mean that we couldn't end up having any isolated higher amounts. We've already had some reports of an inch of rain, and that's something that isn't going to be captured in this broad forecast here. But again, with the saturated ground that we've had from the rain earlier this week, we can't end up ruling out any isolated flooding. That would be pretty contained. It wouldn't be anything that should be widespread. On Friday, you can see that light amount of rain out by the triad, and then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we're not seeing anything across our area, so the bulk of that 5-day total is coming from today. Again, a low risk of excessive rainfall within 25 miles of a point on a broad scale, according to the Weather Prediction Center today, tomorrow, Saturday. Similarly, on Sunday and Monday, nothing across North Carolina. Wanted to make sure that we ended up putting the newest drought update. Again, this is a graphic from the North Carolina State Climate Office. You can see in that thumbnail across the bottom center that we did actually have a small area that was listed as abnormally dry in our forecast area last week, right along the Virginia-North Carolina border. You can see that that is extended ever so slightly to the south. This week, again, while there was a lot of rain from potential Tropical Cyclone 8, some of the lightest rainfall totals were along the Virginia border. So again, that abnormally dry area did slightly expand, but you can see in the bottom right that it was only an additional 0.5% of the state that was added to the abnormally dry category. None of our 31 counties are listed as under drought. That remains out in the mountains. Taking a look at the National Hurricane Center's 7-day graphical tropical weather outlook. There are 3 areas of interest over the next 7 days. 2 of them are out in the Atlantic Ocean with low probabilities. The highest probability is in the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean Sea. I know that that has been getting a lot of attention. Some of the models are spinning up something very strong, but anything that I've ended up seeing still keeps whatever system that would develop in the Gulf of Mexico through day 10. So anything that's going on with that is a long ways off, which means there's very low confidence in any particulars that anything would end up occurring here. So none of these areas pose any imminent threat to North Carolina. We still have a long way to go in the tropical season. The midpoint is typically around September 10th. So we have passed that, but just because we passed that, we're still pretty close to the peak. And so there's still a couple of months of time where we could end up having any sort of tropical system or hurricane coming through. So stay vigilant, make sure that you're prepared for anything that may end up coming our way. As we take a look at the 8 to 14 day temperature and precipitation outlook, we have equal chances of above, near, or below normal temperatures across our entire area in that week 2 forecast. As we take a look at the 8 to 14 day precipitation outlook, that is looking like a 40 to 50% chance of above normal precipitation across the area. And as we end up taking a look at what those normal temperatures are at Greensboro, Raleigh, and Fayetteville for the end of September into the beginning of October, it's generally mid to upper 70s and mid to upper 50s, near 60 degrees across our 3 long-term climate sites. Our experimental graphical hazardous weather outlook. You can see the only thing that's lighting up here is the chance for lightning in our forecast area today, tomorrow, and then a slight portion of our area on Wednesday. Otherwise, none of these hazards are appearing in our forecast across our 31 counties in the next 7 days. So our weather summary: scattered thunderstorms everywhere today with the best chance east of the triad. Those scattered thunderstorms will generally be across our western counties tomorrow. Dry through the weekend, and then isolated showers come back into the forecast for Wednesday. Slightly above normal temperatures through Sunday, and then near normal temperatures into the beginning of next week. Any hazards and impacts would be from a low chance of severe thunderstorms today or tomorrow. And then you can see that is the 5-day forecast for the Raleigh area.